Welcome to the explanation. Hope you all are doing good. So we were in the video discussion of Lok Sabha preparation, that is general module part 1. Okay, so yesterday I uploaded 2 videos. So today in the general module, we can say general portion of the syllabus, that is part 1 we can say. So this is common for all the related syllabus like Lok Seva, NTC, PSC, TU, CAN, etc. So whoever need to these portions, you can study this. So in today's video I'm going to discuss about society, about symbols, about you can say art and architecture, and small topics I am going to discuss, but these topics are very important. So any questions can be asked from these topics. I am going to make separate small topics so that it will be easy for you to cover. Okay, so let's start. And most of the topics you might have already studied in your lower classes. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, which is society. Okay, so we can say that our country Nepal is a homeland for a very diverse caste or ethnic group, we can say, yeah, because we have a number of diverse ethnic group, or we can say caste. Okay, and they all speaks different languages, religion and culture. This year's different cultures. Okay, still we have a quote called unity in diversity. Okay, so this is the quote for our society. Unity is diversity. And also this is an important question. So King Prithvinarayan Shah, okay, in his famous, let me write this, King Prithvinarayan Shah, okay, in his famous Divya Upadesh, if you know this Divya Upadesh, okay, so he has written a quote called, or he has said that Nepal is a garden of 4 castes and 36 subcaste. Okay, so this question can be asked. Okay, so like who said this sentence? So you can say in Prithvinarayan Shah. Fine, so let's go to the next, same society only, next portion. So the caste of Nepal, if you say the caste of Nepal, it has been divided into 4 major parts. Okay, so first one is Brahmin. Okay, so in Brahmin there are priests and scholars, we can say. Next is Kshatriya. So Kshatriya generally they consist of warriors. Next is Vaishya, we can say. So it consists of merchants and traders. And next is Sudra, so they consist of the laborers. So you know that Brahmins and Kshatriya, they come for the highest group, and this Vaishya and Sudras, they are from the you can say lower caste. But now this Nepal, we have declared Nepal as untouchability as illegal. Okay, so everyone is equal, we can say. So next topic, let us discuss about the symbol. Okay, so I think this one you have already studied in your lower classes. Okay, symbols. Still I am going to repeat this. So Lophophorus, we know this. Okay, Lophophorus, this is also known as Dafe in Nepali. So this is the national bird. Yeah, and the emblem of Nepal, this question is important again. Okay, the emblem of Nepal, it depicts the Mount Everest. Fine, and the green hills, it symbolizes hilly region. Okay, we can write this symbolizes. And the yellow color, it symbolizes fertile tarai. Fine. So these are the some of the keywords we can say. Okay, so national flag at the crest and plain white map of Nepal. Okay, so these are some of the symbols we can say. And again, national icon of Nepal. So we have our flag. Okay, so the national flag of our Nepal, which is not rectangular in shape. So if you know, this is like something like this. Okay, so this is not rectangular in shape. And the national flag, it consists of two crimson colored triangular pennants with large blue border. Yeah, so this one we have studied. We have large blue border, and the blue color it stands for, the blue color of flag represents people desire for peace. Okay, so what this blue color in our flag represents? Peace. And the crimson filled triangle stand for victory. Okay, so the crimson filled triangular, that it stands for the victory in war. Okay, and on the top of the triangle we have white sun, rise sun. Okay, sunrise, white sunrise, and downwards we have moon symbolizing peace. Okay, again this moon symbolizes peace. Fine, so these are some of the basic parts that you already know. Still I have revised this. Next part is art and architecture. Okay, so this is one of the important parts. So no need to read all art and architecture, because if you start reading, a book is there, or you know, a large collection of books are there on art and architecture. So main points I am going to discuss. So mainly this art and architecture, it is influenced by, in Nepal it is influenced by, I hope you know this, two, you know, Hinduism and Buddhism. Yeah, we all need, you know this, Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay, so mainly our art and architecture is influenced by Hinduism and Buddhism. So some of the art and architecture, the traditional art and architecture we can say. Okay, so some of the traditional art and architecture of our country are, okay, so if you know this, Thanga painting is there, Thanga painting. Similarly we have Hindu art of deities. Yeah, temple, we know we have largest number of temple, I think, temples and chaityas. Yeah, so some of the temples I am going to you know, name it. So some of the in the form of style. So in pagoda style, this is one of the important topic. Yeah, you remember this. So in case of pagoda style, we have Changu Narayan temple, Changu Narayan temple. Similarly we have Kailaskut Bhavan. Similarly we have Man Griha. Yeah, so these are from pagoda style. Similarly we can say that Swambhunath and, you know, Swambhunath and Buddhanath of Kathmandu Valley, we can say, so they fall under Chaitya style or stupa, we can say. Okay, so under this style we have Swambhunath temple, and Bodhanath temple. Okay, so next one, I think you know this. So there are three styles. We have pagoda style, Chaitya or stupa style, and next one is Shikhar style. Okay, Shikhar style. So for Shikhar style we have Krishna Mandir of Patan, Krishna Mandir of Patan. Fine. So you know, this traditional got new insight during the Malla period, and again the Western style was followed during the Rana regime. Okay, Rana regime we can see. So these are some of the you know, name of the temple that you can remember always. And so let's go to next part. So I think again this part, one question has been asked from this part. Okay, so this is you know, our literature part. So here you know, the Nepali literature, we can say it generally it consists of two areas, we can say. Okay, so it consists of two areas. Okay, it comprises of two areas. So first one is ancient, spiritual, classic. So it consists of Vedas, Purans. Okay, and next one is socio-culture, modern work. For example, today we have novels and all, so these fall under short stories, novels. Okay, so these are two, it comprises of two areas, our literature. Okay, so some dates are there. Okay, so in 1968 and before, we can say mainly the literature of Nepal were written mainly in Sanskrit language. Okay, for example, Ramayana and Bhagavad Puran etc. were written in Sanskrit. So later in mid-centuries, Bhanubhakta Acharya, you can say. Okay, this is one of the important question. I'll jot it here. Bhanubhakta, Bhakta, Bhakta Acharya. Okay, Charya. Bhanubhakta Acharya, he translated this Ramayana into Nepali language. Okay, so we can see this Nepali language. It began in 19th century, whereas Newari language, it is one of the oldest language. Okay, Newari language, it was almost 5 years. We can say Newari language, it backs to almost 500 years ago. Okay, so you can imagine how old is our Newari language. So these are some of the, you know, dates you need to remember, and no one can forget the contribution given by Lakshmi Prasad Devkota. Okay, of course, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota. So he wrote the famous modern Nepali literature, that is Muna Madan. Okay, Muna Madan. This is the best-selling book in history of Nepal. Okay, so you have to remember some of these points. Next, clothing and all. I think so some of the topics that I'll tell. So clothing and all, you know which cloth and all is like classic cloth of Nepal, and cuisine and all, like dal bhat and all. So these are some of the topics that you need to cover. Fine. So I think I covered almost different topics that we had. So next I'll be coming with some other parts, okay, of our Lok Seva part 1. Till then, stay safe and like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.